Most lads blame their 9 to 5 for being out of shape. I hear it all the time. I don't have time to be cooking clean meals. I don't have time to spend 90 minutes in the gym every evening after work. But that's just not the case. It's not your 9 to 5 holding you back from getting in shape. It's your habits. And if you feel like that's you, keep watching, because I'm going to show you exactly how to eat and train whilst working a 9 to 5 and still be able to get in great shape, because I done this here myself for 4 years. First, and probably the most important thing when you're trying to get in shape whilst working a 9 to 5, win your mornings. Wake up 30 to 40 minutes before you need to. Get out, get a bit of steps in, a bit of fasted cardio, or if you have time and the gym is close to you, get a quick gym session in first thing in the morning. When I was working long hours, I always preferred getting a morning gym session in. You've no excuse first thing in the morning, you're only up. Go in, get it done, get that first win over the board. Because I know myself, if I was to go into work without working out first thing in the morning, I'm not going to feel as sharp, and especially then if I was to have a bad day at work, I was going to come up with every excuse under the sun not to go to the gym that evening. So get it done first thing in the morning. Now, if you don't feel like you're quite able to get a morning gym session done, even get outside, get a few steps on the board, get that sunlight exposure into your eyes. That's going to help wake your body up, and also you're getting more steps on the board, which is going to help with fat loss and going to help with getting you in better shape. A wee tip to help make sure that you're going to get up for that session is having your clothes laid out the night before and ready to go. Because I know myself, when I wake up in the morning, I don't know where I am. So at least if I have a few things laid out for me, I'm going to be quicker out the door, which means I'm going to be more time efficient in the gym, and I'll get things done a lot more smoothly. Second up is your gym plan. You don't want to be spending all your time in the gym because you're already spending enough time throughout the week away from home. So why would you want to spend more? 60-minute gym sessions max, ideally in and around that 45-minute to 60-minute range is ideal. I can't remember the last time I've had a gym session that's been over 60 minutes. If you're currently doing that there, you're either programming wrong, you're doing too many exercises and too much volume, or you're wasting time scrolling on your phone. 3 to 5 gym sessions per week with 5 to 6 exercises per session is ideal to make sure you fall within that 45 to 60 minute range. And the amount of days that you can spend on the gym depends on your work schedule. Remember, it's not the other way around. The gym is supposed to be something that's fun and takes stress off your life, not something that adds stress to your life. Number 3 is your meals. This is where 90% of lads fall apart. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Remember, simplicity equals consistency when it comes to meal planning. Here's how I would structure my meal plan from Monday to Friday. I'd make sure that I have easily repeatable meals so I can prep easily on a Sunday and on a Wednesday. The reason for this here is just keeping the meals fresh. If I prep on a Sunday, this is going to last me through to Wednesday. I'm going to prep my breakfast and my lunch. I like to cook my dinner fresh every night. And then on a Wednesday, again, I'm going to prep for Thursday and Friday. I'm going to have 3 main meals, my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner, with 2 snacks in between. Keeping each meal having a good carb source, a good protein source, loads of vegetables to help keep me full and on track with my daily activities. For my 2 snacks, I like to have one snack to be based around fruit. So I'm going to have an apple, banana, some watermelon. And then for my second snack, I'm going to have it a bit more protein based. So it might be like a protein smoothie, or it might be a protein bar, something to just help hit my protein goal each and every day, because this year is going to keep me more satiated, which means I'm going to be staying fuller for longer. Now that we have the 2 fundamentals out of the way, my training and nutrition, now we're going to get on to my non-negotiables. And what are my non-negotiables? These are things that I need to box off every single day, no matter what. They're simple things that are easy to do that you realistically have no excuse not to get ticked off, and let's get into them. I have 3, and I follow these here 365 days a year. I keep it simple. Steps, I like to walk between 8 to 12,000 steps per day, depending on if I'm cutting, being at maintenance, or in a gaining phase. That's going to determine how many steps I'm going to walk each and every day. Getting out for 3 walks throughout the day is going to make hitting that step count a whole lot easier. Don't leave your steps the last thing in the evening time, because you don't want to be going outside at 8 o'clock and walking for an hour and a half just to hit 10,000 steps. Number 2, and probably the most underrated one here, is your water intake. I always make sure to have a bottle of water with me at all times. I aim to get between 3 to 4 litres of water per day. This is to keep my body hydrated, especially first thing in the morning. I like to have a litre of water before I do anything, before I have any coffee, before I have any food. I get a litre of water into my system, because fun fact, your body can't actually tell the difference between hunger and thirst, especially first thing in the morning. So getting that water into your system might actually help deter a bit of hunger levels that you might have from the night before, which will obviously be easier to make sure that you stay on track with your meal plan. And then the last one, which is really important during a 9 to 5, and a lot of people struggle with this here, your sleep. let's make sure that we're getting between 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. This is the only time our body is in a full rest state. And if you're someone who works out and watches what they eat and you're not getting good night's sleep, you're literally pissing your gains against the wall. You want to make sure that you're getting 7 hours of sleep. That's going to make sure that you're fully rested and recovered. All the muscles that you worked out in your gym sessions throughout the week have the proper time to recover, to regrow, and get you bigger, man. So let's make sure that we're staying on track and getting those gains. And just a wee nugget to finish out on, because I honestly think this is going to be the difference between you taking these tips on board and applying them to your own life, or you scrolling to the next video. It's about your mindset. You need to shift your mindset in order to get the body and the look that you want. Because at the minute, you're coming up with the excuse that you don't have time. But it's not about time, it's about your priorities. Your priorities are elsewhere. After you finish work, your priority might be to go and watch Netflix for a few hours. It might be to scroll on your phone. If I asked you right now to show me your screen time after you said you didn't have enough time, would you be embarrassed, or would you be honest with me and say that, Connor, look, I know my priorities aren't in the right situation at the minute, but I'm going to work on those. That's the difference between you taking those tips on board and getting the look that you want, or in 5 years' time, you looking back and wondering why other people are in great shape, why other people have the things that you don't have. It's all about shifting your priorities now, because if you do that, it's going to make 5 years a lot easier than it is right now. And that is my 2 cents on how to stay on track and how to get in shape whilst working a 9 to 5. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see any more content like this, just comment below what you would like to see, and I'll be sure to get a video out. Thanks, guys.